Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be ranking all of the character game passes that you can buy in ABA. If you like videos like this, leave a like and make sure to subscribe. And let's get to the first game pass. Okay, number one on the list is the JoJo Villains Pack. The first character we're talking about is Dio, and he is very good because first he starts off with the Barrage, and a Barrage just deals so much damage. Any character with that, their combos just deal a lot of extra damage, more than a character without a Barrage. He also has a 1-frame guard break, which means it just a move that goes super fast and just guard breaks your opponent and they can't react to it. He also has a move that goes through blocks and heals him, and this moves that heal you. And in this game, moves that heal you give you a big advantage because over the course of a match, you end up healing a lot of health, which is like basically if you land it a lot of times, it's basically like an extra health bar. He also has Knife Throw, which is like shurikens, and it just allows you to ladder. And on top of all the extra damage he has, he can do true ladder combos, which is really good. Okay, the next character in this pack is Doppio. He's a really solid all-around character because you can't run away from him. And if you run away from him, he'll just use his 1 and gain awakening points. And you have to play aggressive when you play against him, which is good against people that like to run. And his 2 is a counter. You just stand still, and then if your opponent hits you, it deals 25 to them. His 4 is just like a 30 damage move that just hits in front of you. That's really good for comboing. It's really easy to land. And his 3 is it gives him iframes for a short period of time, and then he can deal 10 damage, a 10 damage hit after. And that's also good for laddering. And his awakening is pretty good too. So Doppio is just an all-around good character. Okay, the number 2 pack on my list is the One Piece pack. This pack is pretty good. First character we're going over is Whitebeard. Whitebeard's pretty good. He has a lot of big AoE moves, and they do pretty good damage, so he has pretty high damage moves as well, and they're easy to land. He also has extended M1 range. If you watch one of my previous videos, I went over that. But one thing Whitebeard lacks is good guard breaks, and he has 1 move that goes through guards, and he has 2 guard breaks, but they're not easy to land if your opponent's blocking. So they're only really good for comboing, and that means people will run away from you. And his awakening is basically just a higher damage version of his base, which means he gets no real added benefits or changes in his awakening, only a damage buff. But a Whitebeard's still a solid character and has lots of combo potential. Alright, the next character is Shanks. Shanks is very good. Some would probably even call him broken. His 2, just look at that. He can dodge any unblockable attack. I mean, any attack that doesn't guard break. So if the attack does not guard break, he can just pass right through it. And it's so good. It lasts for a long time for iframes. He also has a pretty good guard break, True Strike right there, and that is very hard to avoid. If your opponent starts jumping, when you do it to try to avoid it, you can just jump too. Lots of switch ups you can do with that. His 3 quick draw is really good, but it has long end lag. If your opponent's not blocking a lot, it's very good, but if they are, it's not as good. He also has Buso, which allows him to deal extra damage on all his moves, which is it's not the best skill, but it's still not unusable. And he can one-shot an awakening pretty easily. He can one-shot multiple times. Okay, next up on the list is the Dragon Ball Z pack. This pack is pretty good. I wouldn't buy it before the other packs, but the first character in this pack is Broly. This character is really carried by the fact that he has iframes. If he didn't have iframes, this character would be pretty trash. Most of his moves are easy to avoid, but they do high damage and are good at comboing. Erasure Cannon is a long-range move. Sometimes it has a really bad hitbox and doesn't go where you want it to, and sometimes it just hits your opponent from across the map when they weren't even near it. Eraser Blow, most people jump over that, so if you jump in the middle of the animation, it's easier to land. And Trash is just like a combo extender, but sometimes the combo after Trash won't really work. Most of his moves can combo out of a down slam combo, and his Awakening is good, but people can run away from you in it. The next character is Goku Black. This character is okay. He has instant transmission, which is basically like Flash Step, but unlike Flash Step, it can go through a combo when he's in the middle of using the move. Black Power Ball is pretty good. It's a pretty big size guard break, so it's easy to guard break, but it doesn't do that much damage, and it's hard to punish somebody after you land a Black Power Ball. As you see there, Kamehameha or any type of beam on any character is really good. So since he has a beam, he's automatically a okay character. And also he has continuous energy bullets, which just deals a lot of damage. It deals damage that shouldn't even be there. His Awakening, it's okay. Once again, it's not super good. It's kind of like Broly. They can run away from you, but it's still good if you know how to use it. Okay, the next character is Minato. Honestly, I don't like this character. He has two good skills, Rasengan and Shuriken. For Rasengan, if you're playing the right character, you can avoid it. Any character with iframes, any character with the move that knocks away or you can use it in the air, just counters Rasengan. He has Shurikens, which is okay, but that's not enough to carry the whole character. And his 1 and his 2 are both teleport moves that deal no damage. So it's like he has 2 offensive moves, and one of them has long cooldowns. Another thing about his character is you can do a teleport with the Rasengan if you already have it activated, and that seems like it's a really good, really busted move. You know, it's a teleport guard break, but as you saw there, when you try teleport with Rasengan, it automatically becomes unblockable, which just makes Minato. The only way you're gonna be able to do good with Minato is by running away, and if you have to run away with the character is already bad. So I don't like playing Minato, but you know, if you're good with them, you might be able to pull something off. Okay, next character up is Madara. This is just a skin, if you're wondering why it looks different. I really like playing Madara. I think Madara is a really fun character. But as you can see here, 3 out of his 4 moves don't guard break, and his guard break is hard to land. So I just use all my moves, and I didn't guard break a single block dummy. And obviously, if you aim better, you can guard break. But Madara does not have good guard breaks, which makes it so that people will just hold F, and they're just going to block the whole time. And when you run out of moves, they're just going to start attacking you. Now, Madara can combo, but like as you see here, Madara can combo, but it's not enough to make up for the lack of being able to guard break, because you're never going to be able to combo if you can't guard break, because all the combos start with the M1 chain. Also, his Awakening is good. But once again, people will just run away and hold block. So it's like, it's good if you're playing against someone that's not going to block, but as soon as you run into someone that blocks, it's not as good of a character. But he's still really fun to play. Okay, this is the last pack. This is the Bleach pack. And before we even get into this pack, I'm just going to say these characters are not that good. They are just average characters, but you can just buy a regular character in a store that's better than this. But these characters are good for fun, so if you like having fun, play with these characters because they're really fun to play with. Kisuke, he has a teleport guard break, which is pretty good. His 4 is an auto-aiming little explosion move, but it's blockable. And he has a stun, but of course that's blockable too. So Kisuke kind of struggles with guard breaking people. You really have to rely on your M1s. And he also has an iframe move that like teleports him out of combos, which is pretty good. And I like Kisuke because of his combo potential. You can use a lot of moves and you can do a lot of attack cancels and land free hits that you wouldn't be able to land before. To make blockable moves unblockable, which I like. And his Awakening is okay. It's nothing special. And yeah, so this character is really fun, but not the best to play. Okay, so the last character is Yamamoto, and it's probably the worst Game Pass character out of all the characters. And his problem is that his kit is just not doing enough. He has a flash step, which is basically -1 move. It's good mobility and helps you dodge sometimes, but it basically just takes the whole move out of your kit. And he has 3 moves that basically do the same thing. Most of them just go on the end of a combo to help deal extra damage. So his kit's not really flowing, not really working together to do combos. They're mostly just like combo enders, and there's like one combo starter. And his awakening is basically the same. He has a 50 damage move that used to be a one shot that just doesn't land. It's never gonna land. It's hard to land, and his kit is just not doesn't have enough moves, and it's not doing enough to be a good character. Okay, guys, here is the list for my rankings on the Game Passes. My final verdict on them is that obviously buy them if you want to. You should buy them if you have the extra Robux or if you want to support the game. But these characters aren't characters that you need to win. And the only one that, if you want to get good characters, I would buy the JoJo Villains pack. But outside of that, I would just buy the other ones if you want to have fun. Because the other characters, you can buy characters for free. Or not for free, but you can buy them with in-game money and still be just as good. And that's it. That's my video on the ranking of the Game Passes. If you liked the video, leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.